So Dad is John Kirwan. He's an ex-All Black and ex-Italian coach. In his off seasons for the All Blacks, he went and played Benetton in Treviso, and that's where he met my mum. And they fell in love and sort of always had this passion for Italy. And so when he finished up his career in New Zealand and Japan, he started the coaching role with the Italian national side. And I think that was in 1999, that's when I was born. So he was the youngest All Black at the time, so he was 18 when he first made the team, won the first Rugby World Cup, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I suppose I grew up watching his highlights on YouTube, and yeah, so I'm pretty proud of, to be able to call him my dad. Yeah, I grew up playing rugby in Treviso, where I grew up. Mum's from there. Played for a club called Treviso, and when I went back to New Zealand when I was about 12, I carried that on. So I played for Sacred Heart College in Auckland, and up until I was about 16, I started rowing to get fit and get ready for the rugby season, and just fell in love with the sport. And so I just sort of took the rowing path, and I really wanted to, at the time, represent New Zealand and sort of follow in Dad's footsteps, but down another sport. And so I really gave it a good crack and ended up making the under-23 team that competed at World Champs in Sarasota. And we came fourth there, pretty close to the Italians coming in second. So there's a bit of competition there. And then after that, there was obviously a couple of rough years with COVID. So in 2021, obviously there was the America's Cup in Auckland, and that's when I really, that passion sort of grew, and I sort of got together with all the Italians and started supporting Rossa. And one of my fondest memories is seeing the boat came back into the port after winning the Prada Cup, and sort of, standing out, and just thought it was an amazing atmosphere. There's a big community of Italians in Auckland, and so we'd often just get together and meet, and you'd meet parts of the crew and members of the team. And Max, he invited my father in for a training, and sort of, yeah, there was just this whole connection with the Italian team, which really stuck out to me, and I thought it was just amazing. And this idea of the America's Cup just grew more and more in my head. And so in end of 2022, after rowing World Champs, I decided to take on cycling and give this a crack, and yeah, now I'm here.
Put pressure on exit. On and all clear.
My sailing experience is very small. I grew up with Dad. He loves surfing and loved being out in the water, which is amazing. So I'm pretty used to being out in the ocean and doing that sort of thing, but sailing's just never been in our family. So yeah, my first time on a sailing boat was actually on the LEQ12, the prototype. Actually, I got a funny story. Kiko, when I came on to the team, he thought I was a sailor from New Zealand that went into cycling, and so we ended up touching down, and I had to counterweight, and he looks across the boat. He goes, "Luca, get over here, hurry up." And I'm going, what is going on? Like, the boat's about to tip. And then they go, "Get up and run to the other side." I'm like, okay. So I just jump up, like almost slip out of the water, and just, yeah, so that was pretty funny. But yeah, it was just amazing. Just when you catch those, you get onto those foils, it just feels like you're floating, and there's no wake that upsets you. You're just sort of floating above the water. So it's just pretty cool.
Clear.
Yeah, look, there's always been a pretty special connection between the two countries. I remember one of the tries that my dad scored that everyone remembers was actually against Italy. So it's always been a pretty big, sporting rivalry, and especially in sailing. So for me, it would just mean the world, like I feel part of both countries, and it would be the best outcome to go against Team New Zealand in the final and actually win it. So yeah, I'm not sure if I can go back to New Zealand after that, but that would just be amazing, yeah.
Nice ride, the biggest ride of the day, 200. So keep the fast mode. Really.